Hello again, it's Jimmy here at O'Reilly's. So we have here Citroen Dispatch, but the one I'm going to look at right now is a Renault Trafic, and let's get inside and see what's going on. So first, I'm just going to get my diagnostic machine. It was on charge, because struggling with the battery at the minute. Okay, inside this van, we've got 119,000. We do have a spanner light on. I think check injection and check anti-pollution system comes up. Or maybe not. Standard road mode. Okay.
Find themselves in the box seat. Despite.
There we go. Check injection system. And you usually get a couple of beeps when you start the engine up. Okay, we're going to use the X431 Euro from launch. Get it plugged in. Run a scan. See what we find. Okay, so we're running a scan, see what faults we get up. So we've got 3 there in the engine. It's going to run through the whole system there. I should have pressed high speed scan. I've just done the slow scan on it. You've got 2 options, you can do high speed or slow. Okay, so we're almost finished. We have 3 faults there. 145.392 differential pressure sensor circuit, preheating unit for the diagnostic, which is the glow plugs. Right, so let's go and look at some live data. For these cars, we're going to hit the data stream, or these vans, and most of the common stuff here that I look at on these is normally the upstream pressure of the turbo, and then we have differential pressure of the DPF, and we'll also get the soot load up. If the sensor is not working, so all of this could, this live data that I'm looking at, if the DPF pressure sensor is not working, might give me false information. So we've got the pressure sensor, we've got the glow plugs. We can't really see much on live data for that, or preheating. You got the preheating relay, that's about it. It just tells you that the relay is engaged. So we'll go to live data here. Pressure upstream of the turbine, so we should see a sharp up and down spike. Let's see. No, we don't have that, so that's definitely a blocked pipe there. Upstream pipe. Okay, so we're accelerating the engine there. Let me just get the engine speed up so you can see. Probably can hear it. Engine speed, let's put that on there as well. So if we graph all of this, now if we give it a rev, engine speeds up, engine speeds down. This one, we have a major delay there in the upstream of the turbo, and we don't have any movement whatsoever on this, so we've either got a faulty sensor or maybe burst holes. Right, I've got this, I'm really excited for it. A nice little airbag jack. Saves me pumping my arm. I can save my arm pumping for later. I am married, so I need to save my energy on that arm. I'm going to get the airline connected up to this, get it under the van, and let's test it out. Position it just under the subframe there, and we'll raise it up. Okay, we've got that raised up, just like that. Okay, so I'm under the van, and it's exactly what I was thinking, yeah. Both of the tubes, it looks like, I'm not sure if they've been chewed. Yeah, they probably have been eaten. So we're just basically here under the van. That's where the DPF sits. And there's your pressure pipes right there. It's got these bars underneath, so it's hard to video it. Right, so we're going to have to get some new hoses. Okay, so just made up some new hoses there. Just going to get those fitted on and put some clamps on them. So this is what's left of the old ones. See this sort of that ripped as I was pulling it off. Now, as with all Renaults, once you have the fault triggered off, you won't get any pressure reading from that sensor until you clear the fault code. So we come back here, we clear Oh, not freeze frame. Clear default. Done. Just confirm that the fault's gone. Back to our data stream. So here we have our live data now. See, it's working. We're going to rev the van up a little bit. And we'll hold it at about 2000 RPM ish, 1500 RPM. Okay, so we're just going to hold it around about sort of 1200 RPM, just above idle, just to see where the grams of soot actually stop and settle down. So we're just trying to hold the revs steady at around about 1500. We have 122 millibars of pressure. Okay, we can see there the grams of soot are already shooting up way past where they should be. We would like that to sort of settle down around sort of 6 grams, below 10, but ideally 6 grams of soot. 6 or below, really, but below 10 is good enough. That's going to keep carrying on up to up to 62.5 grams. That's where it maxes out. Okay, so we're just going to stop revving the van. We don't need to wait until it goes all the way up to 62.5, but that is what it's going to happen. So we're just going to now get our cleaning fluid injected into the DPF itself. Then we just squeeze it in, fill that into the DPF there. Okay, now that's all done, we can release the pressure from that. Get the van lowered down. Right, next job is under the bonnet. We're going to move the coolant reservoir so we can get access to the glow plugs down there. Okay, so that is 4 glow plugs replaced. If you want a more detailed video on the glow plugs themselves, I've got them on my channel. Just I do like to make a separate video on sometimes just specifically showing you how to change the glow plugs. I've already done that are on my other videos. We have got 4 new glow plugs just down there. There you go. So all the way along there. Right, now we've done all that, what we need to do is just get back inside now. We've got the cleaning fluid in there, and now we just need to watch the graph and watch the magic happen where the DPF pressure comes down. It does need the glow plugs to get the fuel burning on these, because obviously the fuel injectors spray more diesel in and the glow plugs ignite. That produces heat and a flame to get the DPF hot. So now all of that's working. We should see, and we've got our cleaning fluid in there, we should see the pressure immediately drop down, and the grams of soot will now come down with it as well. So first we just make sure we haven't got any fault codes again, and now we can carry on with the rest of it. So the one job we're not doing today, the customer doesn't want to go ahead with, is the upstream pressure pipe. He said if it's not triggering a fault, he doesn't want to fix it, and he's trying to save some pounds, so that's his choice. We'll leave that until it comes up in the future, and we can, if he wants to do that, we can do it again. Okay, we're just going to do maybe a mile of a test drive just to get it warmed up, and then we should see these grams of soot come shooting down. So you can see there already we are at 11 millibars of pressure, and we can see that now is rapidly coming down. We'll get it back on a graph. It's a little bit easier to watch. That's 3000 RPM. It's hard to keep the rev steady on these vans, it keeps fluctuating. Okay, let's see where we're idling now. 7 millibars of pressure. So these grams of soot will come down as we hold the revs, you see here. When I hold the revs, you see it dropping. So that is going to come down below 6. Once the pressure is down around 6 or 7, that will soon come down to match that. So that's it. Renault Trafic, it's all sorted, and I'll see you on our next video. Once again.